Animations for World of the Nerd Couple are generated by Plotagon. Visit plotagon.com to check out the app.
Why hello. You must be our new process analyst. Always great to see a new face around here.
Process analyst? I like that. A good fit for a grand overlord of the spreadsheets like myself.
I'm Cindy. From HR. I hope the traffic wasn't too bad this morning.
The usual rush, but nothing I can't handle. If it gets too nutty, I just take the BMW instead of the Porsche. The name's Dan. Some call me Dan the numbers man. I'm the guy who finally found out that all those allegedly useless math classes in high school can help you make it big in the Fortune 500.
Ooh, better you than me. Numbers and spreadsheets give me more headaches than associate misconducts and those people that like to play our progressive discipline system like it's a scratch ticket.
Like daycare for grown-ups, right?
Something like that. I think we'll get along just fine. Welcome aboard, Dan. We'll be all set for your new hire orientation in the conference room very shortly, but would you like to go to your desk and get settled in?
Start warming up my spreadsheet. Click and mouse right at the beginning on day numero uno. Oh yeah.
Right this way, Dan. By the way, you can probably make quite a few friends in finance and accounting. Right this way. Right over here. I hope you don't mind how look-alike these cubes are. We have them numbered though.
Don't worry. I won't get lost. Plus they're numbered, and I'm a numbers and metrics grandmaster. Not to mention a certified Six Sigma black belt.
Your accounts and sign-ons and your onboarding portfolio should be up and running if you want to sign in and get ready for after orientation. By the way, we have a really talented technical analyst who can help you with any computer problems you may have. Her name is Lauren, if you want to reach out to her later. Oh wait, reach out to her sounds like an innuendo. I may need to revise a policy later. Get in touch with her then. Wow. A lot of slang these days could easily offend someone.
Like sands through the HR hourglass.
So great to see a new face around here. Hi, I'm Lauren, technical analyst and connoisseur of loud green screen blouses.
Name's Dan. Some call me Dan the numbers man. Process analyst and certified Six Sigma black belt.
Well now, that's quite a set of credentials. First day here.
Oh yes, I'm just letting my computer warm up and waiting for Cindy to page me to the conference room.
Cindy. Welcome aboard then. Shall we see if your machine needs defragging or something? I save us a few calls to IT when I'm not coding something. Gives the IT folks more time in the server room running the bigger systems rather than chasing down PC or thin client issues.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the green screen bosses thing about?
The color silly. Actually, my boyfriend is a multimedia nerd, so I sometimes wear this when he's playing with Chroma King and video bomb his attempts at making YouTube videos by looking like a floating head.
YouTube? You mean the site with all those CAD videos?
Let's check out that computer of yours. Well, it looks like everything's good to go with your computer. So what sort of stuff do you do?
They call me the king of the spreadsheets. Got them all printed out on my bedsheets.
A Weird Al fan. That's awesome. I love all of his music, even the style parodies. Nerd up, nerd up, nerd up. Woo 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 woo.
Huh? That's some kind of secret computer nerd rallying cry.
Oh, I thought you might know it because you like working with spreadsheets.
That song that references spreadsheets is actually the only Weird Al song I know. I know spreadsheets, and I know Excel, but I analyze processes for efficiency and toss metrics around. I do more analyzing how things are done than anything technical. Ah, cool. The phone in this cube works too. Hold on.
Hi Tom. How's your new digs over in that part of the wing? Look, I just found out from my boss that I'm getting drowned in background checks to process, so we're gonna have to push your new hire onboarding class back until after lunch. That okay with you? No, don't worry. It'll still get done today. The cutoff for background check results being processed same day is early afternoon, so we'll definitely be able to pencil in a 2 p.m.er. Oh, you met Lauren too? Yeah, she's really smart and talented. A real asset to this company. Why don't you two grab some lunch and I'll have everything ready for when you get back? Yes, that sounds like a plan. Bye-bye.
Well darn. No onboarding class until this afternoon. Wanna grab some lunch?
Cindy. Sure. So before all that Cindy's stuff went down, we seem to have gotten a little sidetracked. What exactly do you do again?
I'm a certified Six Sigma black belt.
Well, yes, you've said that a bunch of times, but what exactly do you do?
I make things more efficient across the enterprise.
How?
By analyzing lots of metrics in spreadsheets and making recommendations for process changes to make the metrics in the spreadsheets I'm analyzing better next spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet, 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 spreadsheet. Never thought I'd spreadsheet air guitar like that. Okay, so you work with spreadsheets. What do you do with them?
I analyze the metrics and make recommendations on how we can improve the metrics in the spreadsheet after analyzing the metrics in the spreadsheet I just analyzed.
Didn't we just say this stuff 45 seconds ago?
Okay, how about we take it to a lower level? Within each of the spreadsheets are KPIs.
KPIs.
Key Performance Indicators, which is kind of a way of saying metrics that are slightly more important than the regular metrics.
Would you flip out if I mentioned switching to imperial units?
No, silly. I meant numbers you can use to measure how well a business is doing.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Basically everything that can be yardsticked or measured can be used to turn a business into a machine that we can monitor to see how everything's going. I then take it from there because usually this makes the numbers so complicated that you need specialists like me to decipher all of them.
All with spreadsheets, I guess.
Yes, all with spreadsheets. Let's suppose, for example, I wanted to put you on a performance plan to increase your productivity. I would just need a number that you work with and then we'd find ways to make it better. What sort of metrics does your job have that I could make a spreadsheet out of?
I'm a technical analyst. My job's more of a mix between creative work and troubleshooting. There aren't exactly industrial era production goals tacked onto that sort of work.
Industrial era. Ouch. Them's fighting words. Don't you know businesses are giant number machines? We all shuffle money around, for example.
And there are dedicated people in accounting and finance for that. You know, I'm still kind of lost here. You throw numbers around and work with a bunch of spreadsheets that don't involve money.
There's numbers elsewhere too outside of relics from the industrial era. They're just, look. Numbers are amazing. Alright, you can do all sorts of stuff with them. Hey, you're a programmer, right? How about we yardstick how many lines of code you can enter in a given workday?
Because it's about quality, not quantity. Code needs to be efficient to not bloat the system to death. You need to use the right commands, the right syntax, the right variables. It's not like creating widgets in a factory somewhere.
You know, maybe it's just because I'm a process analyst and you work with technology, so we're kind of from different planets and might have a hard time explaining our jobs because we don't know each other's fields. Why don't we switch roles here and you describe to me what exactly it is that you do?
If the computer's broken, I fix it. If the computer needs to be programmed, I program it.
Touché, Lauren. Touché.
Look, I'm not trying to belittle you. Okay. I'm just wondering if you are aware that there's a whole wide world beyond just merely looking at the numbers. One would think you were talking about a score in an arcade game with how much you talk numbers. Take what Cindy does, for example. Cindy and I aren't exactly the biggest fans of each other, but I get the people component of a business that she's always sticking up for. I can understand and appreciate her passion for not forgetting the people side of things, and not just because she's HR. Lately my boyfriend and I have been talking about this sort of thing with our respective jobs. Is there any such thing as business success without the people side of it?
There's sales, revenue, productivity.
All of which involve people. Customers are buying your products and services and generating those revenue streams. Likewise, if your people are motivated and working efficiently, your productivity will be higher, even without going nuts about the exact number.
There has to be something. I haven't been tossing around all these spreadsheets for years for nothing.
Well, if you find it, let me know. I think this all gets down to the rudiments of what a business actually is. You're a person. Someone else is a person. You strike deals with the other person, but in the end, the fact that what's on the other end of the transaction is a person means that the people element of things is inseparable from business success. Numbers, meanwhile, are floating in the ether or a vacuum, if you will, until context is properly applied. You can't just run wild with the numbers, as is. You have to look at the why of every number you toss around.
Well, I'm still an ace with the numbers. I'm also still a certified Six Sigma black belt. Perhaps we should get back to the office so I can get to my HR. Welcome to the company, you silly newbie class.
Look, no hard feelings about lunch, okay? I think there's still quite a bit we could learn from each other, despite our differences of opinion.
So long as you don't think we should replace numbers with tick marks or something silly like that. Numbers do have their place, whether you value them or not.
It's okay, Dan. I value numbers, so long as we don't lose the context in the process. Now try not to fall asleep during Cindy's drone fest. Welcome back, Dan. Dan, the numbers man. How was lunch?
You were right about Lauren. She gave me a headache, and we didn't even talk about computers.
Fuzzy bunny slippers. Has Tom from finance been giving you style cues?
I hear they're quite the thing at your office these days. So this new guy, Dan, he's quite the spreadsheet nut, isn't he?
That he is. Numbers, 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 numbers ad nauseum. No matter what the unintended consequences may be.
I've met my share of those types. You'd think there was a cult of Excel in the business world. They all waddle in their hog filth until someone introduces them to the idea of data normalization.
I'm not so sure I even care what's on TV tonight.
Yeah, you've been through enough. Maybe we should just call it early. Now this is nice. Scenic tropical vistas with relaxing music. Perfect for helping us wind down in the evening.
Can you believe it? Something actually half decent on TV. Our cable isn't completely worthless.
Hey, I'll take it over any kind of reality show or a soap opera drama any day.
You said it, my man. You totally said it.
Nerd up, nerd up, nerd up. Woo, 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 woo.
Let's see if we're lucky enough that we can find something good on the second channel. Oh, I love this movie. This romantic comedy is amazing. I think things might just be looking up for us no matter what kind of nonsense is going on at the office.
I don't even think the office has a bearing on what we have together.
That's so sweet and well spoken. Let's forget about the office and enjoy this nice relaxing evening.